Hello everyone, we're here in the Cleaning in Motion show. We have John here with us directly from the ISSA show in Las Vegas. And John is an expert in acquisition and mergers and selling and buying commercial cleaning companies. So welcome to the show, John. We'd love to hear from you a little intro on who's John and what exactly do you do.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm John Sosville with Cleaning Exits, and we sell cleaning companies. We have a platform that we've built that executes essentially the sale of cleaning companies. We have a long background in selling companies. We've sold hundreds of companies, over 300 companies between my brother and I, and we're running Cleaning Exits now. We have a couple of transactions under our belts and looking to help more people.
Nice. Why cleaning?
Cleaning is a really big market that we believe is underserved in the M&A market, especially in the smaller middle market and the small business side of the market. And it's a huge opportunity. It's a niche that is similar to other businesses that we've run, and we have some experience running small cleaning business ourselves.
We get approached a lot from our clients and or people that want to buy or sell their cleaning businesses, but there is so little information out there on how to prepare for potential exit, or if you want to buy, what you should be looking for, like how is that due diligence look like. If we can go very high level when you're looking to buy or sell, let's do both. So we can start with buying. Someone who's looking to buy, how do they start? What should they look like? What's the process like?
That's a great question. I relate it to, a lot of people relate buying a business to buying real estate. So I'll give you an analogy. You want to pick the city, and then you want to pick the neighborhood, and then you want to pick the street, and you want to get zeroed down as much as you can before you start looking. So in a business, it's similarly, you want to figure out the geographic area that you want to be in. You want to figure out the exact specific niche, even within the cleaning industry, that you want to participate in. And then you want to look at the size of the business. And then at that point, you can start pursuing your search. And then there's a lot of metrics to really pay attention to. So a lot of that is overall sales, the margin on the sale. You got to look at the workers' comp exposure in a lot of the niches in the industry. So there's some very specific elements to look at, but mostly it's important to think about the process beforehand, start cleaning up your books, get your business so a buyer or understand what you're going to be looking for so that a seller understands you as a buyer and can really participate with you honestly.
Know your numbers, no? Basically.
Yeah.
Which, surprisingly or not, a lot of business owners, they don't know their number. What is a healthy profit margin for a cleaning company based on your experience?
That's a great question. And it's probably the biggest question in the industry is where you want your profit margins to be. I like to see them over 30%. And this is again, a very niche specific question. You're going to get better profit margins in some segments of the cleaning industry versus others, but you tend to see between 20 and 40%, right? So I'm looking at the upper half of that percentile.
Okay. How important is retention when you're going to buy or sell your company?
It's another great question, and retention is obviously one of the biggest struggles that people deal with. And I think there's two solutions to retention. One is just having people that stay. Easier said than done, but that's one of the solutions. The other one is having a really good HR process that you're able to bring in new hires quickly. Right? Because you either have to show consistency or show the ability to fill the spots.
That is a great answer, and I didn't even thought about it because you're talking about staff retention, which is a huge pain point in the industry, but more on the client retention, because we have seen that we have clients that are amazing at selling and they're always closing new deals, but the retention is terrible. How important is retention?
Client retention is everything, right? So much of your value is going to be based on what your retention percentage is and how much recurring revenue is built into the business model. So the more recurring revenue that's built into it, the higher the multiple on your income. And then a lot of times, if you have too bad of client retention, it's going to be very difficult to sell it all.
So how much attention a buyer pays when they're looking at the numbers and everything in a company in terms of retention? How important is to have contracts in place with your clients, or the length of those contracts? Those are things that you guys pay attention to?
Most of the value is derived from those contracts, from how renewable they are, what the consistency is built into those. So if it looks like truly recurring revenue, that's going to have a huge influence on if you're going to have a low part of the multiple in the industry versus one of the highest. Is going to be that client retention and how your contracts are set up and renewed.
Okay. In your experience, so how small was the minimum size company that you have to be to consider selling? If I have only 5 accounts, for example, can I sell my company?
Frankly, anybody can sell their company, right? I encourage everyone to try to sell their company versus the alternative, which is people just shut their companies down, which I think is a bad decision. So generally, buyers want a company of substance. It's something that's maybe worth a couple $100,000 or more, but frankly, anything's sellable.
Finally, almost finally, what's the trends that you're seeing in the market? Who is buying cleaning companies today? In my experience and opinion, I've seen that in the past 5 years, it seems like there is a real interest for different industries to acquire commercial cleaning companies because the reliability, the cash flow, a healthy commercial cleaning company is a dream of anyone who wants stability, no? So what trends are you seeing in the market? Who is buying cleaning companies? And what do you foresee in the near future?
The trends in the industry are great if you're looking to sell or if you're looking to buy. There's going to be thousands of companies for sale in the near future, just based on retirement age of the baby boomers. They're either the business is going to continue on the legacy within the family, or it's going to be sold. So there is going to be a lot of transactions. The buyers are definitely ready. There's really good money aimed at the industry, and that's big industry players, that's private equity, family offices, and just general rich people that are buyers of businesses. And then you have the regional and the local buyers, and they are all at play. And the critical piece for the small buyers is just to get the competition between the different players. There's really good assets to buy, and there's really good buyers.
There are
per our industry.
Yeah. And there are a lot of options if you're considering selling your company or buying your company. John, where people can find you, and when do you think they should reach out to you, at what stage in their journey?
Honestly, there's a lot to learn about the acquisition process if you start educating yourself early. I think it's very difficult to plan for your exit 3 to 5 years ahead of time, but that is the optimal amount of time. There's huge tax benefits that it can be sought. And also there's just organizational things that you can do. You mentioned contracts. There's things that you can do with your contracts and your renewals to help with the actual multiple on the business. So there's a lot to do, but I would say definitely within a year of selling, you should be talking to your advisors, your tax advisors, your accountant. Everybody that advises you on your business should be involved in the process of selling, and everything should be as streamlined as possible.
Do you help in all that process and all these moving parts that you just mentioned?
Yeah, we have partners that will help with people in a lot of the areas early on. So it's more of an education at that point. It's not an engagement of ours. We engage within that last year, usually on an actual valuation, a final valuation, putting the business up for sale, and then taking care of organizing their due diligence with their team and essentially getting it ready for market.
Okay. Where though people can find you online, offline, if someone wants to reach out, what's the best way?
Cleaningexits.com.
Very easy.
So go to cleaningexits.com. You can reach us right on the website. info@cleaningexits.com is a great place.
For both buying or selling?
Both buying or selling. So we'll help you along your journey. and educate you along the way. There's fees during the transaction, but not really fees otherwise.
Cool. Thank you, John. And hopefully you will have some people both buying and selling reaching out. So appreciate you. Stay tuned for the next episode of Cleaning in Motion.
Thanks.